Hey guys, welcome to another video. So I was thinking of putting everything that I love together and like mixing some of my hobbies to reading, and I absolutely love reading, hence this channel, but I also listen to a lot of music, and one of my bestie got me into K-pop, and as you can see here we have Dino from 17, and down there we have nope, let me grab him, Vernon from 17 as well. I also stan Stray Kids a little bit more than just stanning, I guess. And I wanted to do a video of reading books that they recommend. However, the only person apparently reading in Stray Kids is Hyunjin, and so maybe I will make a video with his recommendation, but this is all I could find. However, I did find a lot of recommendation from 17's member, and I thought I was gonna dedicate this video just for them. I decided to read 3 books because honestly I think it's easier because I give a lot of I talk a lot. If I do more than 3 books, then you're gonna just have hours of me yapping, so let's not do that. So I did find a few recommendations, so we will see. The first is I Want to Die But I Want to Eat Tteokbokki by Bakse. I'm so sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. This is short. This is what I bought in London, and this is a recommendation from Scoups. I will put it here, probably a picture of him. Apparently he absolutely loved this book. Then we have one play by Shakespeare. This one is A Midsummer Night's Dream. Apparently, so this is a recommendation from Wonwoo, and apparently he absolutely adores Shakespeare play, and because I had all of those books, I thought I would give it a go. I will probably read this while watching the play so I can like really get into the story, because again this is written in Old English, and also there is a foreword, and I think it's Becky Albertalli made the foreword, and I'm so excited. And then we have a recommendation by The 8. We have The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. Also I bought this in London as well because of this video. I've started listening to it last week, and so far I'm only like 10% in, so you will have my reactions and everything after that. So what I didn't say is my bias in 17, well you saw it, is Gino and Vernon, and I absolutely adore The 8 as well. Vernon had recommendation as well, but I thought it was gonna be such a long video already, so maybe in another video. This is the books I will be reading in this video, and we will see if I stan the right people, because what if those books are absolutely shitty? No, I'm sure it's going to be amazing. I've heard only good things about this book, and I think it's good because we have Korean literature, we have British literature, and we have Afghanistan literature, so a little mix of everything. So yeah, bye! So I started I Want to Die But I Want to Eat Tteokbokki, and I'm only like I just read the prologue and the introduction to English edition. And wow, I'm not even sure I didn't write this myself. This is just crazy. Honestly, I would love to just read all of it to you because everything feels so personal. Hey, so I am on chapter 8 of The Kite Runner. I was listening to it at work this morning, which was big mistake. At the end of chapter 7, something really disturbing and awful happens. And even if it's not like detail, it is quite detailed still. I would tell you to check trigger warnings, which I didn't do, and I was not expecting that to happen. I knew that it was going to be challenging to read, but this scene in particular was just absolutely awful to listen to and read. I thought it was not gonna happen. When I listened, I was like, no, I misunderstood, and then it kept going, and I knew that I was not wrong. I know that this story is not, you're not supposed to, like, it's not truly 100% fiction. And it's not like, oh, this character is morally grey, so I can like him, it's fine. Like, the characters are not supposed to be like liked and stuff, but the main character, Amir, after this, I cannot forgive anything he does. At this point, he's too far gone for me. Even though he's a child while this is happening, I guess a teenager at this point. But yes, it is just awful, and I think I'm gonna take a small break because it was too much and I feel quite sick now. So yeah, sorry. Hello, just a quick update, even though it's not gonna be very important. This is where I am in the Kite Runner. I think I'm on chapter 10, page 102. I haven't continued with I Want to Die But Eat the Boogie, and I haven't started Shakespeare. We are Thursday. I only have 3 days. I don't think I will have time to read for this week, so I'll probably postpone for next week. But I listened to the Kite Runner, so I only listened to 3 chapters. Like I said before, chapter 7 was absolutely awful, and I listened to it on Monday, and for the past 2-3 days I just couldn't go back into it. Even though I only have like 6 hours left, it's just so awful, and I hate the main character. I do love to see characters wrong, and you know how they can how to say it, how human they are, but this is just absolutely awful. Like, the main character, anything could happen to him and I wouldn't care at all, because of what he does. Like, each chapter is even worse than the next. So yeah, it's a really hard time to read that. The 8. Why would you make me read that? So yeah, I think this is it for the update. Bye. Hey, update. I am like 60% through the Kite Runner. I have like 3 hours left, I think. So yeah, I think I'm gonna finish tomorrow. There's a big reveal that just happened. Like, a lot of things happened in like the few chapters. I want to see more about the main character, Amir, because as a child I hated him for what he had done. Now he's an adult, and I want to see if he can have a kind of redemption. Like, I know that the thing that he has done would be too bad to have a redemption, but like, I want to see him think about other thing apart from himself, because my god, he's obsessed with himself. So yeah, we will see. It is very hard to listen because a lot of things are happening that are absolutely awful. I think now we're like in the 2000 the years 2000, and it's very interesting to learn about Afghanistan and their history. It is hard because even though it is fiction and the characters are supposed to be fake and made up, it still takes into account what really happened in the world at that time with Afghanistan's story and the Cold War and things like that. So it's hard to not care deeply about those characters because you feel like this was what Afghan people were feeling. So it is interesting, and I will finish. I don't know how I'm gonna rate this book because it is, I don't know. I'm gonna see how it evolves. I think I have like 130 pages left, and I am excited to finish because I don't think I enjoyed this book. It really traumatized me. So yeah, I'm sorry, The Eight, Love of My Life, but the book recommendation is not recommending. So yeah, we'll continue. Bye! I probably will do an update for this book, but I finished it yesterday and I really needed time to actually breathe and think about what I thought because I'm not 100% sure. I realized that I was not gonna rate this book because it was too real in my opinion, and honestly I think I would rate it like a 2-star, maybe 3, something in between. But honestly, I was not disappointed, but like the writing was good. I was annoyed at the main character. And I know that this book is not about, it's not about agreeing with the main character or like blaming him. It's about realizing that people are human, which I understand, and what he goes through and what other people goes through are absolutely terrifying. And it was very interesting it was very interesting to learn about Afghanistan and its story. But I think I would prefer to actually read a book about the history instead of this, because again we have a male, the main character is a man. Well, he's a boy when the story starts, and I think a lot of it revolves around rape and also marriage and like the rules when you are a woman as well, or like less than. I just feel like I would have preferred another main character than him, which I'm sure a lot of people would agree. But I don't know, I felt like a lot of things he was saying would have made more sense if he was a woman, if the main character was a woman. So yeah, I think I would I was quite disappointed, and I wanted it to finish so much, and it was like 12 hours of listening, and I just kept thinking I want to read something else. And I think if I was not making this video, I would have given up totally. I would have moved on. Update time. I'm gonna start working again. So I've been watching an adaptation of A Midsummer Night's Dream, because honestly, if I was just reading this, I'm not sure I would understand. It's Old English, and I don't know, I just prefer watching it. So I am on Act 3, Scene 1. And so far it's fun. The adaptation is really fun. It's like sort of love triangle rectangle. Honestly, like so many people are in love with other people. Confusing. Oh, by the way, who are those people then? Weird. And there was a foreword by Becky Albertalli, which was really nice. So yeah, so far, loving this. I think I've seen a few of Shakespeare play. I've seen Macbeth. I have seen Richard III, things like that. So it's fun to see an actual comedy. Is it the name for plays? Is it comedy as well? Yeah, comedies. I've only seen tragedies, I think, and yeah, it's fun. I think I'll watch the end tonight if I have the time. So yeah. So this concludes our video. So we're gonna do a recap and see how I feel. So I started this video with 3 books that were recommended by one of my favorite K-pop group, which is 17. There are 13 members, but I only picked 3 books from 3 members, different members. I really took my time figuring out how I felt, and I think I took this book and I started reading it with too much morals. Like, I was judging the main character and like the people in this book's actions. I was judging them without taking into account the thing that they had lived through. It was very interesting on the Afghanistan's story part, but other than that, I did not like the main character, and I think it really got me outside of the story. So would I trust The 8 with another book recommendation again? I don't know. I think I would check other books. This one was definitely not for me. Sorry, The 8, I trusted you. I don't know if I will ever again. Then we have Wonwoo, who I think I saw like multiple recommendations saying that he really loved Shakespeare play. So this is the first comedy that I watched and read. Of course, it's in old English, which was kind of challenging. I did enjoy the story, but I don't know about I don't know. I laughed a little bit, but yes. He recommended other books that I think, like, most of it is Shakespeare. There's only one other book, which is The Good Son, which is a Korean book. And I think I would really be interested in reading that. I mean, there is nothing wrong with going with Shakespeare, especially if he likes it. And I don't know the impact of Shakespeare in Korea, because of course in France and obviously the UK, it's like an important part, especially when you do drama at school. Like I've seen Shakespeare a lot throughout my youth. So yeah, Wonwoo, I do trust him a little bit on this. I would read something he recommended again. Okay, and then we have I Want to Die But Itoboki by the leader Scoups. I think it's like one of the easy recommendation as well. Like, it was everywhere at some point. Everyone was talking about it. And it is about it was translated from Korean. This is a Korean book. So I don't know if he's like a big reader, or if it was like, oh, I need to recommend a book, this is the last book I read, which wouldn't be a problem. I enjoyed this book. I think it's very interesting. It's a memoir and it's very personal. I talked about it with one of my friends, and I told her I think the translation and also like the culture is a big step out from this book. I think if I was Korean, if I was speaking fluently Korean, if I had lived in Korea, I think I would probably like this book a little bit more, because I was feeling, again, very judgmental about what was said in that book. Some of it I was relating to, and some of it from an outside perspective, I was like, this is kind of problematic. But the context is this, so there is transcription of the author and her psychiatrist like session. So I think what you say to your psychiatrist, your therapist, is not something that you would say to your friend, probably. Like, you would have more raw emotion. Oh my god, my English is shit tonight, I'm so sorry. So yeah, not my favorite book, not a book that I hated. Would I read a book recommended by Scoups again? Probably. But yeah, it's interesting. I did enjoy, I guess, some of it. So yeah. And also I think I saw a new recommendation by Hyunjin from Stray Kids. So I think the next person I want to try is Hyunjin from Stray Kids. See if we have the same taste or not. But yeah, this is it for the video. I'm sorry I yapped for 8 minutes. This video is also gonna be so long. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice weekend. Bye!